Hi guys, and welcome to Wicked Walls. Today we're going to show you how to install your HP pre-pasted wallpaper. So that will be a water application for your process. First up, we'll show you the tools that you'll need. Now you'll need a level and a pencil, which will be used to be able to give you a straight line down your wall. You will also need a tape measure, a pair of scissors, and we use the UniPro Smoother. Now the UniPro Smoother, you can buy either from us or you can pick that up from your local Bunnings store. You'll need a Stanley knife, a snappable edge one is the best to use, and you'll also need a paint scraper. The water bottle here is to apply the water to your pre-pasted HP wallpaper. Your table as well is a requirement. We also have a ladder, and we normally put a tarp down on the floor just to capture any water that may have actually escaped from the process of application. And now we'll start by showing you how to install your wall mural. We're now in the process of being able to put up our wall mural. So again, as mentioned, we are putting a pre-pasted wall mural up. What we've got is we've got our two panels which we will be installing today. Now on each of the panels you will have a tile number which will be within the information path, which is positioned at the top of your wall mural. You will also have arrows, which we will talk about at a later stage of the installation process. The first method we would like to do is we use our spirit level and our tape measure. Now what we've got is we measure up the first panel, which is 103 centimetres. So we will go to 103 centimetres and we will mark up the wall. We can put our tape measure away, and now we will use the spirit level to be able to give us a guideline to ensuring that our first panel is straight. So seeing that we're level, and take your time to adjust and get it right. Preparation is always extremely important. And now that we're level, so just using a pencil, lighting up your straight edge. So that will give you a guide for you to follow. Now that we have our straight edge ready for us to install the panel, we just need to prepare the wall. Preparation of your wall is crucial for you to have a great outcome to your wall mural. Using your paint scraper, simply run your hand over, and where you have any little lumps, simply give them a quick swipe over and ensure your wall is a nice smooth surface prior to commencement. Next process is that we have our table laid out. We always use a drop sheet just to capture any water, keeping safety a priority during your installation. So today we're installing into the shop our new blue and grey marble. So we like to give you, where we can, larger panels and consistent panel sizes. Today we're using just over the 1 metre size panel. We want you to just lay the panel out, and using your pump action water bottle, pump it up to get the pressure, and we're going to provide an even amount of water spray. From across, imagine you're spray painting a car, you're after consistency. So across, the water is just plain water. What you're doing is you're activating the adhesive that's already on the back. You'll notice that what I've done is I'm now using a second motion of going along the wallpaper itself, ensuring the edges are nice and wet. Now if you come closer, you'll see, once you have a claggy base, everything is beautiful, you have plenty of water. If it's a tacky process, then you don't have enough water application. Fold your wallpaper over, which we call booking, pull down, and now go to the other side. Repeating the process once again. A mural of the size of what we're doing today will take roughly about 1.5 litres of water. The adhesive is non-toxic and it is odour-free. You will not have any problems with it removing from any surface. Okay, enough water. Again, booking the product over. Okay. Now, the top of your mural actually has all your information, so that while you are at the top installing, you do know what tile you're working with. So if you grab your wallpaper, take it over to your ladder, along with your smoother. We're now ready to install. Alright, next step of application is to actually put our panel up. So we've booked the panel up, under your chin, pull the top half up, and now we're going to line it up. Each wall mural usually has about 50 millimetres of top and bottom for trim off. So you'll notice the line that we've got, and I'm just moving the material around. You can see it moves nicely, pushing it around and just getting it level. Okay, we know that top half is now level, so we'll come back down and using both hands pull out the remainder of your wall mural. Now you can see, because we've already lined up the top, the bottom is falling directly into place. Push down. Again, remember your hands are your best features. Push, check, pull and move with your hands. The water on the back allows the movement, and you can see how beautifully that's already sitting on the wall. Everything's lined up. So, as we said before, we're working on a high ceiling. Normally at home you won't be working on one of those. I've got my smoother, wallpaper smoother with me. I'm happy with how everything's sitting, so I'm just going to push it up. And now I'm going to start smoothing out. So using my left hand, as I'm right-handed, that'll be my guide. So we start from centre and smooth out. As you use this motion, try not to pass that one line area. We don't want to work down, we want to stay consistent. Don't be afraid if need, just pull your panel back up and let it resit. As you can see, it doesn't take long to actually get your panel up, but it's important that all your preparation earlier on was good. Tucking into your carpet. You can run your hand over and you can feel, if you do feel that there's pockets, just run your smoother back through and let it travel out in the direction it wants to go. But that is a beautiful first panel installation. Now we'll show you how to put your second panel on, and what we'll do is we'll repeat the process of the water application, then we'll come back to you on the ladder. Alright, so we're now installing panel 2. So following the same process, we'll open panel 2 up and we apply it to wall. Now we have top and bottom markers, which we'll show you close-ups of in a moment. And We just overlapped our top. We're just going to tuck her in. Just put a bit of a grip on there so she holds together. And we'll now open the bottom panel. And we're going to now come down to lining up our second arrow. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to line up your bottom panel. Panel 1 has an arrow, and panel 2 on the left side has an arrow. Those two arrows will overlap, as you can see just here. Once you overlap, your pattern will connect. And as you can see here, I'm just going to slide up using my hands just to get the connection of the panel. And now you're lined up. So now we'll go back up and we'll show you how to do the completion of panel 2. So now that both our top and bottom arrows are overlapped with our 5mm, we're just checking the pattern. If you need to do a connection, just slide slowly and follow your pattern. And this one's lined up perfect. Now using your wallpaper smoother, simply give a little run onto that seam and now slide across and tuck up the top. It's important you tuck the top up to grab, and again from centre we're going to work out and we're going to smooth our wallpaper back to the wall. Notice how I made sure I pushed out all the wrinkles, which makes it easier for your installation. If you need to, as I said before, just lightly lift and work your panel. And don't freak out if anything does slightly play up. Just concentrate. Don't go past the lines we told you. Slowly work your way down, and once you do get to that bottom, you can do a tuck. And now that's your second panel installed, and we'll come back to show you how to trim in. We have a 2-panel install now complete, so the process we'll do now is to trim in. So using our smoother, we push up against, which will be your corners. And using our blade extracted, we will now firmly push and we will move along and we will cut our wallpaper. Now my sealing is a different sealing to yours. Try not to move your blade unless you have to, your blade off the wall unless you have to. You'd like to keep your cuts together. Okay. So we'll continue moving that all the way along. And that'll give you a finished presentation up the top. So again, push up, blade across, and continue. Again, reposition and move along. And your top trim's finished. So the bottom process is the same as above. So basically we put the knife against our wallpaper and wall, protecting our wallpaper and wall, and we slide our blade along. And that will give you a nice clean